Welcome to the new and revised Finding Love Again. I'm so happy to see you. And I think we may be joined by a few others, but if not, everybody can get the recording. So I'm going to go ahead and start. The subject is the power of a mindset. So I feel like I want to begin with my story, which you probably have heard a little bit of, and I'll go into it a little bit more. Okay, great. And I will speak about the power of mindset itself. I will give you a chance to ask questions, and then I'm going to give a very short, like 10 minutes or less, presentation of the program that I'm offering. And that'll pretty much be it. We're going to try and do this in an hour. We might go over a little bit, but we'll do our best. Okay. And welcome, Ziva. Okay, so my name is Meira Bar-Lev. I am a life coach for 18 years. I have had all kinds of trainings. One of the trainings that I use the most and love the most is called Journey Work, based on the journey written by Brandon Bays about 20 years ago. And in addition to that, I recently completed my training in somatic experiencing, as well as I am a certified teacher of Jewish meditation for the Elevation Project. So I try to utilize all of my skills as well as a lot of my own personal experience when I'm working with my clients and when I'm presenting to groups. I really love working with groups. It's really fun for me. So a little bit of background. In 2020, which was a terrible year for the whole world because it was COVID, but right as COVID was starting to be a reality, my mother, who was living with us for 14 years, didn't feel well. And I took her to the emergency room, and 7 hours later, she passed away. So I came home, sat Shiva. My husband was due to have surgery the next week. We'd been married for 23 years. He was my partner in all things and an incredible person. And he was scheduled to have open heart surgery. We had been in the hospital for a few days from Purim, for a few days, and they decided that because of the COVID, they were going to send him home, and he'd come back the next week for the open heart surgery. So I brought him home. We had a wonderful Shabbat. He felt like, sleeping in his own bed, which was upstairs. I said, okay. I had a girlfriend over, and we were talking a little bit. And then when I went upstairs, I found him, and it didn't look good, and it wasn't good. So that was, right, one death right after the other. It was my partner, and it really put me in quite a tailspin. I went through my grieving period. Around that time, I got involved with some women's empowerment groups like Ray's group. And I decided that I felt strong enough to start working with groups of women again. And my focus was on grief, on healing from grief. And grief is very important. It was inherent in losing a mother and in losing a partner. But grief is also inherent in going through divorce. And so it's something that I've been thinking a lot about. While I was teaching that course, I had been dating a little bit. I had started dating just about a year after my husband passed away. And right about that time, um, I had decided, this is part of mindset, I decided that I needed to do something more active than going to the websites, which were okay. I was meeting some nice people, but it wasn't working for me. And so I decided that I was going to walk out that day and tell everybody I ran into that I was looking to meet someone. Do they know anyone? So I'm walking down the street and I run into a neighbor who I never see. And I said, hi. She says, hi, you look great. I said, thanks. I'm looking to meet someone. Do you know anyone? Boom. And so she says, wow, let me think. And then she starts telling me that her friends, who are my friends, have this friend in Beit Shemesh. I don't live in Beit Shemesh. I live in Efrat. And as they describe him, he sounds like this guy who I had seen on the website, on the JWed. And I thought, wow, here's an opportunity to meet the guy without having to go through that whole letter writing thing back and forth. And so I said, great. She said, I'll talk to Deb and I'll speak to you. I said, fine. The next day I went to the organic market and there she was. I never see her. It's like, Me'er Shamayim. So I walk up to her and said, hi, how are you doing? Did you speak to Deb? And she said, yeah, I did. She said to call her. So I called her up as soon as I got home. And she said, yeah, I've spoken to him and he wants to meet you. We're going to set up a Shabbat and you'll come. I was teaching the grief class at this point, and he and I started dating, and things happened fairly quickly. It became clear that, that we complemented each other in a very, very good, strong way. And so a couple of months later, we got engaged and got married right before Sukkot. So we are married now for a little over a year. And at our wedding, so many people came up to me and said, you've really given us hope. This is amazing. I'm so impressed with what you've done. One friend even said, you're a sign that there really is a God in the world. And I was a little taken aback at first. And then I started thinking, I said, I'm a life coach. I have these skills, our taking on getting married to each other inspired people. What if I can go farther than that? What if I can use my skills and my knowledge and my personal experience to help other women in my situation who have been divorced or have been widowed and who want to? Many women don't want to, but if they want to find love, why can't I do something to help them? So that's when the idea was born to do Finding Love Again. So first of all, you should know that being alone is you can think of being alone as being something temporary. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. It can just be like a space in time between where you're at now and your partner. And you can get that into your mind that your partner is around the corner. We don't know where he is exactly, but we know that he exists and that he can be found. But first we have to make ourselves ready. It's an opportunity to think about what's worked and what hasn't worked in your life, especially when it pertains to dating and meeting people. Many people who have been married a long time and get divorced or widowed, think, how in the heck can I get out there again? It's a different world, and it is. It's a different world than most of us entered when we first, met our opposites. For me, I was divorced prior to the long marriage that I had. So I had the experience of divorce and of being married for a long time and of being single for a long time. So I feel like those having been all different directions, that I really understand what most women are going through when at whatever point they find themselves in that process. So one of the things that did help me is the idea of embracing a higher consciousness, of trying to really develop a relationship with God, with Hashem, whatever name you want to use, with the Creator. And that has made a huge difference in my life. When I involve Hashem in everything that I do, including reaching out to you to say, you know, help me express to these women what it is that I'm about, what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, this is something I feel was an inspiration that given to me by Hashem, because it wasn't something that I thought of. It just suddenly it was there, it was in front of me. So this is one thing that you can do that's very positive, is to start. And there are many ways that I will teach on how you can build and deepen a relationship with God, with Hashem in your life. There are many of us, many women that I've talked to and have worked with that feel a victim by their experience. And this is really very counterproductive to them. This victim consciousness. It's like you need to ask yourself, is the world, the universe, is Hashem doing this to me or for me? I remember reading a while ago that Albert Einstein once said that the fundamental question is the universe friendly? Because how you perceive the universe, your life, what's happening, has so much to do with what experience you get. If you see the universe is friendly, then you're going to experience the universe is friendly. If you see that there is a God in the world and that God is in charge of everything, and that everything that God does is for you, is for your good. It's not happening to you. It's happening for some reason that we don't know. Was this not being recorded? Okay. All right. The recording is restarted. I'm going to just continue, however. I don't know where it stopped and why, but we're going to just soldier on. So is Hashem doing it to me or for me? What I have learned and what I understand is that everything that Hashem does is for your good. It may be for you to learn something that you need to learn, to master something you need to master. It may be that there is a gift in it, even if it was a not okay experience. And not all of our experiences are okay. I told you about some of mine that were definitely not good experiences, but they were necessary for whatever reason I can't fathom, but I don't know. However, here I am in a very happy, wonderful, loving marriage. And I can't answer any question of why this and why that, only that I felt that I was directed uh, to find this person in my life. I felt that I was directed to take what I've learned and reach out to the rest of the world and teach it. And this is what I'm trying to do. The other thing is that we all need to believe that we are deserving of love. There are many women out there who don't quite believe that. And therefore, they are doubting that they can achieve love in their life. And I'm here to say that each and every one of you, us, deserves love and can have it in their life. What I want to do now is do a short guided visualization process, because this is something I love to do. And maybe it'll give you a taste of what this whole program is about. So if you'll bear with me, this will also be very relaxing for you. So we all need that relaxation. So I'm asking you to sit in your chair comfortably. Put your hands palm up on your knees, feet flat on the floor, and close your eyes. And taking a nice deep breath in and slowly let it out. And another nice deep breath in and letting it out. So one of the things that we have in Judaism is our form of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a big buzzword today, but what we have is something called Yeshuv Hadat, which is a settling of the mind. So we're going to settle our minds right now. Imagine yourself just sitting very quietly in a pool of light, like a whirlpool of light, just flowing over you and around you, surrounding you, flowing on you. And this light, the nature of this light, is Hashem's love for you. And just feel yourself sitting in the middle of this light and allow the light to enter the top of your head and clear and clean all thoughts. Just clean them, just clear them. Fill your brain with the light of Hashem, this beautiful, pristine white light, and just let it clear and cleanse all the thoughts. Just allow the thoughts to go. If a thought comes up, you can just acknowledge it. Okay, that's a thought, and just allow it to float away. So we'll take a few minutes and just notice. If a thought comes up, just notice it, and you can even surround it with a bubble and pop the bubble, and the thought will just float away. So just notice if there are any thoughts, just allow them to float away. Say, I see you, thank you, and let it go. See you, thank you, and just let it go. Pop the bubble and let it go. Beautiful. And as the light continues to flow into your body, let it flow into your heart space. And if there are any feelings there that are not necessary, you can just relax and let them go. Just let them go. And let the light continue to fill your body. And notice if there are any sensations there, any tightness anywhere, any discomfort anywhere, any contraction. Just allow the light to dissolve any of those points of contraction or pain, discomfort. Just let your body relax. Let your whole body relax and just be warm and relaxed. Let your head relax, your shoulders relax. Let your arms just relax and be warm. Let your torso relax. Your hips relax. Your legs, your feet. Let everything just be warm and relaxed. Just completely relaxed and clear as the light continues to flow around you. So in a moment, we're going to climb a staircase, and it has 10 steps, and we're going to climb up the staircase. I'm going to count each number 3 times and then allow you to rise up to the next step. So beginning now, 1, 1, 1. And allow yourself to rise. 2, 2, 2. And rising to the 3rd step. 3, 3, 3. And if any point you want to go at your own pace, you're welcome. 4, 4, 4. And rising up again. 5, 5, 5. Rising to 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7. Rising now to 8, 8, 8. Opening to 9, 9, 9. And when you've reached 10, 10, 10, the top step, you'll notice that the light is even stronger here. I invite you to bring in a tzaddik or a tzaddikis. It could be someone from present times. It could be someone from biblical times. It could be Avram, Isaac, Yitzhak, Yaakov. It could be Sarah, Rachel, Leah. It could be Moshe. It could be David. It could be the Rebbe, Rebbe Nachman. It could be a very high tzaddik that you know in your life. You can bring them in now. And you can speak to them. You can say to them, I'm here because I know that I deserve more love in my life. I want more love in my life. I want a partner. And you can ask them for a blessing, or you can ask them for a step you might need to take, one little step that would help you to move forward in this direction. Maybe you don't fully believe yet that you are deserving of love, of a partner. And so this mentor, this tzaddik or tzaddikis, can really tell you, Hashem knows. Hashem only wants for your good. And is waiting for you to ask. It's waiting for you to ask. Take a moment and use this moment for personal prayer, for what it is you want in your life, for love in your life. Just take a moment for this. You may or may not get answers now. If you don't, you'll get them at the right time. Another few seconds. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and begin climbing back down the stairs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, go at your own speed. 4, 3, 2, 1. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back and join us here. So if you'll allow me, I'm going to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about the course I'm so excited to be able to tell you about. So Finding Love Again is designed as 5 sessions, each of approximately an hour. Maybe it will go a little bit over, depending on the day. I want so much for it to be a program that's responsive to you and your needs, but I have given it a lot of thought. And some of the things I wanted to cover is, besides mindset, which we'll go into a little bit more deeply, I have a number of exercises that'll be helpful to you. Some guided visualizations that will help you to get more clear on what it is you want, because I believe that your wants are very close to Hashem. He tells you, he helps you feel those wants. And we'll also do some clearing of old ideas, old relationships, patterns that you get to see your patterns over the course of a number of relationships, and you can change those to something that's more fulfilling. I have a number of clearing processes that will help you to discover about unforgiveness and forgiveness, about forgiving yourself, about any of the old stuck issues that might be particular to you, old emotions that are getting in your way from moving forward. I want, my desire is that that you become really clear We'll also work on clearing through the grief, uh, and we'll also work on limiting beliefs. All of us have them. It's something that, we have to continue to work on, but finding them, clearing them, and basically coming up with new empowering truths that will help us to move forward. Those are all various parts of the process that we'll go through. The result will be that you'll be very clear about who you are, about the fact you deserve to be loved, about that there is a partner for you, how to go about finding that partner, how to know internally when you found the right one, so that you don't keep finding the wrong one, because we're all tired of that, right? We've all been through that. And it's time to let all of that aside. If we just continue the way we've always done, then we're probably going to continue to get what we've always gotten. The only way to have a change in your life is to really look at it deeply and clear out what isn't serving us, so that we can be open and ready for the new relationship that's there for us. And this is what I want to offer you. My 5-session program, we were originally pricing it at $199. But for you who are here tonight and who see the replay, if you sign up by the 5th of March, you will get the whole 5 sessions for $99, which is an amazing value. It's really a gift from my heart. It's something that I want to offer you. So I want to open now to questions about anything that I talked about the program, anything. Give you an opportunity to ask your questions now. Itzy, you want to unmute them? Oh, raise your hand. Yes, we have a thing down here at the bottom under reactions that gives you an opportunity to raise your hand. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. And then okay. So I want to encourage you to take this opportunity that I'm offering you to transform your life and to get out of being stuck, to find the right person. And we want to change that by evaluating what's working and what's not working. We're going to come up with a plan, and we will help you work through any blocks, any old patterns and old stuckness, old blocks and old issues that are there from the past that still get in your way from moving forward. And we will enable each and every one of you to move forward on that path to finding the right partner for you. This is my dream for you. This is my goal. And I encourage you to write to me if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there is anything in particular beyond what I mentioned that you'd like me to include in the course. And, it's a great offer. I'm giving you till the 5th of March to make a decision to go for it. And after that, the price is going to go up. And I truly, truly hope from the bottom of my heart I'll have the opportunity to work with you in the future. One of the other offers I will make is for those that would like to work with me one-on-one while we're working as a group, or even right afterward. I will make that possible for you at a very good discount. So that is my offer for you today. I really appreciate you coming. Stay in touch, and I will be reaching out to you shortly. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Have a wonderful evening. May you find love again. Bye.